getting going here. Getting everything going here. Alrighty. Yeah, tonight turned out to be a little more lengthier for timeline because I was home later, and then my partner's like, let's go walk the dogs. And I'm like, okay, let's go walk the dogs. And it took longer. And then here we are. And then I had to feed the doodles because I do actually sit with the pups 99% of the time for feeding. And then we did that. And then it just took longer. Sometimes it's really quick. Other times it just takes longer to get through the feeding. But that's okay. They are super, super cute and lovables. So then here we go. So, we're here. We're awesome. We're crafting. So if you remember the card from last night, where did I put it? Good question. No, it's right in front of me. This card. I'm going to try it again, landscape, because I tore off the mailbox thing, which by adding a little bit of pen and then, the note word kind of worked out really well. So, I'm not sure if I'm going to do all the pieces tonight because I'm exhausted. And then it's raining here. Like the last few minutes, it just started pouring. Hey, Elaine, it's good to see you. And then, of course, my desk is still a mess from last night, so not a super lengthy craft, but just enough to kind of get going on the next phase here. But yeah, so I'm just gonna clean up a little because I didn't even have time to clean up my desk from last night. So yeah, that's all good. Life is life. Alrighty. Okay, let's get partially cleaned up here. Only partially. So how's everyone doing? Staying dry, I hope. Hope I'm staying dry. I was trying not to get wet when I was walking the kids. Because we were taking our turns walking them, hence why the walk home was a little shorter because I ended up getting the doodles for half of it. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know I was going to walk the doodles. I thought he was going to walk the doodles, but it's all good. So we trade off. It's all good. Alright. Yeah, I'm just getting cleaned up here. Because I keep bins on certain sets of paper. Yeah, it's pouring here now. Like, it just started like a little while ago. Alrighty. So, similar pieces to last night. I need stuff. Okay, I need paper trimmer in a green. I might have to cut a new piece of green, but that's okay. Let's do that now. Green, it's garden green time. I think I still have some white paper kicking. But yeah, I'm just going to play a little bit. Not going to do a heck of a lot right now. Just checking. Do I have any other pieces? No, that's it. Alrighty. Oh yeah, there's a piece right there. I'm looking for a piece of white paper. Anyway. And of course my phone's blowing up on my other chat thing I got going on. Because our friend Evelyn, she looks after other elements of stuff that we do. And we've been using Skype for years. Now Skype is discontinuing like any moment now. So they're suddenly discussing where to move the group chat to. So that's ongoing. So that's 5.25 by 4. Excellent. Now I need another piece of the winter meadow paper, and I'm just doing a doodle check. Buddy's under me. She's just outside the room, next room. Okay, that way I know where the kids are. So try not to bump them, cause things can go bump in the night. So last night I showed the 2 Christmas papers. And Evelyn said she was interested in the second one. So we're going to use the second one tonight. Just to balance out, some of the designs. So let's do that. So then I need to cut 3 3/4 by 5. I probably don't need as much, but it's a good starting point. I might not do the weird looking panel thing. I don't know. The green thing. Also gotta figure out where to put my green paper tonight. I'll figure it out shortly. Because, yeah, I've been trying to put into my calendar to prep ahead of the video. But that totally didn't even happen tonight. So, life is life. I see the green. I'm just trying to reach it. There we go. I'll need that in a bit. Alright, so I'm going to grab the stamps and the dies. I don't know if I'm going to need them all tonight, but at least have them accessible. Alright, I'll need that later. Or maybe. Alright, but minimally, let's at least get the framework going here. So, fold in half. Just looking at the original version, how I did it. Okay. So then, there's the white. And then there's the I keep sticking this to everything. Then there's the designer series paper. So this is looking pretty cool too. And then we're going to stick the mailbox on there. So I need to figure out the size. So I think I'm just going to do... or I'm just going to assemble half of it and I'll figure it out. Yeah, I'm not very focused tonight, but that's okay. Just tired. I didn't know we were going to go for that long of a walk tonight. But it's all good. It's just a bit of a surprise. You know what? I'm going to change up the design. Just to change it up. I got a cool idea. Alright. I'm going to need to strip off of this. Just to make it different. So I'm going to do a 1/4 inch. And then I'm just going to put that across. Just to do something different. So we're going to need glue dots for that. Where's my glue dots? They're here somewhere. Actually, I'll use the other glue dots so I can use them up a little bit more. And I keep throwing things. The joys of being tired, you know? Just getting an idea for length of this piece. Damn it. Easier said than done. Alright. So then, it helps to use grid paper of any sort to line up where you want to line up. This is not a great example of grid paper, but at least it gives something I can work with. And I'm just going to trim that off. There we go. Ah, now I'm just in the mood for a different look to it. And then the mailbox. Which might need new dimensionals, because they're still last night's, but they're still half sticking on there. There we go. And then, let's see how this is coming together. I think this is looking better, actually. And then I'm going to need a bunch of the envelopes redone up again. So let's get some white papers. We'll at least cut 3 to start, and then I'll kind of see if I need any more. So let's get that. Let's do some die cuts. Also gonna need, let me get the dies out too. And if this card works, I'm gonna need help on, well, which card do I use for this thing? I don't know for the project. Because they're both pretty cool. Because like last night, I went to bed and I started thinking about that mail theme that I have, like the mailbox I pulled off. And I'm like, I still want to use it somehow, so what can I do? And then I thought about, you know what, try it as landscape, this card. And it might work a little better. Just reaching for the die cut machine. Oh, anyway. I hope I sleep good tonight. Ooh, had a good walk. I just wasn't expecting to go for a walk like that. Like, I just wasn't mentally in the mood for that long of a walk. And of course, I'm tired. And it's like, oh, I had a relatively semi-busy day at work. Was working on a big project. And because it's more of a project that keeps reoccurring type project. So today was the second time I was mostly solo at it. And I'm getting the hang of it. It's still, but today was a little better in some ways, but in some ways not so much. Where I'm getting it, but I'm not getting it, if you know what I mean? Like, I'm getting it, but I have moments of, oh yeah, I need to do this. Oh yeah, I need to do that. Because during the day, it's a multi-step project. But by afternoon, it's like, okay, I'm done the critical. Now I can kind of get back to other tasks and get through the day. So, oh, these plates are sticking. There we go. Oh, oh my goodness. I need a nap. Alright, one more. I'm just using scrap pieces of paper to do this. So some of the whites don't always match up, but that's okay. Let me get that back in. Oh, come on. There we go. Alright, we got the die cuts done. So I'm just going to rotate these plates for next time. It's good to rotate them because it helps bend them back because that one's got like a good bender in it. They are well loved plates. I gotta put them back with Buddy under my feet. Hi, little baby Buddy. They're both good kids. Oh, come on, kitty. There we go. Just trying to reach. I know, I'm tired. Like, when I go home, I'm like, am I gonna do the video or not? And I'm like, I'll still do the video. It's just, yeah, just drained. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, I'm here. Well, I'm tired. Oh, yeah, another yawn. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Alright, let's bring this back. Take a look at it. So I've got these envelopes. I don't know. Kind of like that would be kind of cool. And then, let me look at the stamps. See if I can still incorporate the stamps, which is on the table. Yeah. That's when you know when you're that tired, you don't even know where things are in a room. Let me see the stamps. So I want to know, do any of these gonna fit on here? Okay, the So Grateful a True Story is barely gonna fit, but I'm gonna try it. So, oh, I don't even have a sponge ready. Yep. That's my night tonight. Okay, let me get my sponge ready. Oh, because this one was left out overnight. It's half dried up. Oh, I just made myself wet. Because my bucket gets all... As soon as I open the lid, it's like, water! Alrighty, I gotta rinse that bucket one of these days, too. It's need of it. Alrighty. So there we go. Let me get that back over. Let me get the sponge back over. Because I cut my chamois in half a long time ago, and I just kind of rotate its usage. Actually, I'm kind of wondering... Yeah. Maybe I'll do like an angle. Alright, we'll do that. We're gonna try it. So Grateful, a True Story. There we go. So Grateful, a True Story. Anyway, so then, kind of, sort of. Okay, I don't like the angle on them so much, but let me see. Probably because I went such angled. I don't like it now. Oh, I got dirt on here. Okay, I am a disaster tonight. You know what? For the sake of tonight, I'm just going to flip it over and do it again. I'm going to go on straight this time. I don't like the way that turned out. There we go. That looks a little better. Let's just try that. There we go. That looks better. Now, we gotta attach them. Alright, so then I'm just gonna use dimensionals for some of these. Until I figure out what the heck I'm doing. I'm kind of liking how this is turning in, actually. This looks better than last night's mess. Alrighty. So one. And then... So this corner is going to get dimensional. The rest is going to get seal. Actually, let me bring that back in a little better. I don't like where I put... Now I'm ripping everything. Alright, that's a little better. I accidentally ripped the paper. And then this one... Maybe go a little more straight on. Or... I like it skewed a little. Would help if I put the dimension on the right corner. Alright, let me try this again. Hope this is correct. If not, it'll do. There we go. I know that's upside down. I reversed it because you can see the crappy texture, but it's just because of making it. Then lastly, it's got to go into the card. So I'm just going to use some dimensionals, 4 corners in the middle. And then we got to add some bling, and I've actually finished the card. So, this is turning out quite nicely, actually. And it's nice I had some of the pieces already pre-made. And because I already had a vision on what I wanted to do, using similar paper to last night, it just, you know what, I really like it now. Last night I didn't like the mailbox. Tonight I really like it. Alright, we need some bling. Bling, 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 where are you? You're here somewhere. You're hiding from me. So again, rhinestone basic jewels, because that's what I have. Limited shopping list when you're a nice Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. But yeah, doesn't this look a lot better than last night? Alright, I need the pokey stick. I'm just going to use some of the smallers. I'm just going to put one there. One there. One there. No, I just like 3. I'm going with 3 tonight. Alright, there we go. I like it a lot better. Okay, we need a vote, guys. And everybody. Let me pull up the other version. This was last night's, which I like it too, but I want to know, A or B, for being one of the cards I'm going to present. Let me know. A or B. I want your votes. I'm also going to post the pictures after the video anyway. Because, hey, I'm done in like 20 minutes. Sweet, I can go to bed. Yay, I can go to bed. Oh, cool. I need to get some sleep. Yep. Oh, my goodness. So, A or B, let me know. Love the feedback. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking B. Because that way I'm also demonstrating more than just the tote. Here's like a male theme kind of thing. And this looks a lot better. So, much happier with it. Like, I love this too, but I don't know. It's different. Alright, well, with that, friends, I am going to go to bed. Because I need to go to bed. And I get the kids to bed too. Because I'm sure they're tired. Because we went for a good walk tonight, kids. Alright, with that, everyone, have a good night. Stay safe from the wind and, rain and all that if you have that, or other weather issues. And then we'll be back tomorrow. So, we should be back tomorrow anyway. So, just to recap, the cards we got going on, because I just want to recap. I really, really do. Is this. So, let me put these in order. So to recap, this was the original one I made with that theme, but then I ended up redoing it. Actually, let me put them in order again. So I'm probably going to present this one, because this wood is other paper, but this one is more or less the legit for all the rules I gotta follow. So that's card 1 that I'm going to be doing. And then card 2 is this cool one, which now I look at, it's going to have more dimensionals for the panels because I don't like it being such flat, but the tote came up really, really nice with the colors and everything. So that's card 2. And then we've got this that we made last night, but we're going to replace that with this. So there we go. We have 3 cards so far that I'll be presenting to the team. And then I presented last night the treat holder, which is cool. So that's 4 projects so far. My plan is to have 5, even though there's 4 and a bit weeks in May. Pretty much every week do something. So last week was last week. And then, yeah, so here we go. Now the last card, I may or may not do a 5th. I'm not sure, because now I'm at a good point where I think this is a good assortment that we have to present to the team. It's all different levels of crafterness. We've got the artsy blending brushes and playing with ink technique. This is a nice, just mucking away with the really heavy on the dyes, making the 3D tote, but as a somewhat almost 2D, but not. Because you can kind of put something in there if you really wanted to, like a bookmark or whatever. And then this is just, going with another theme from the set, which is notes and totes. Notes versus totes, and then total beach theme. So I think it's really cool. Alrighty. Yeah. And then the bonus card, I'm thinking about it. I'll see later in the month, but I think I'm at a good point now that I can get moving with getting these materials prepped, figure out the stages, because this one's definitely multi-stage. I need to do a lot of prep work ahead of time before I launch and do it. So with that, good night, everyone. For real, good night.